Good afternoon. This is Fig and Fruit Nursery and Orchard, and I'm Troy, and today we're going to walk through our outside orchard. Not just our fig orchard, but I'm going to show you some berries and show you what everything is kind of doing outside here. We've had the last couple days, we have had the remnants of the hurricane that come up through Louisiana, and we got about 2.5 inches of rain. And I want to show you something about having your trees planted so that they shed a lot of water. This is a southeast facing hill slope, and I don't know, it drops about 10 or 12 foot in a 100-foot span going downhill. But I want to show you what figs that we have ripe out here that we haven't eaten. I want to show you what they look like, because we didn't rush out here and try to pick anything or worry about it. Figs are still, we tend to let figs dry on the tree out here a lot. We let them hang a lot out here, a lot more than we do in the greenhouse. But look, you don't see no splitting. It's perfectly ripe. Here's another one that's about there. Those are perfect. Nice and ugly. We really go ugly there. And it took the rain. Let's see what this ugliest one looks like. That's phenomenal. Nice. Cherryish flavor even. Yeah. We'll look at another one here real quick. Whoops. These are hardy Chicago. And we're real good about letting these hang, because we typically, me and my wife sneak out here and eat them all the time. Yeah. If you live in any zone that has cold weather, you got to have a hardy Chicago. So let's move on down through here and see what else we can see. Some of these trees didn't fruit. Some trees fruit, some years. Some trees don't. I got a few off of my LSU Tiger. Here's one this Plainfield it is. It's another Mount Etna. It's starting to ripen. I know there's a few more down through here that's got some figs on them. Some of these didn't put any figs on at all, and some of them did. We're just looking at the ones that did. That's a Celeste. I don't know if it'll get to ripen or not. It's got a few on it. Here's something. Let's see if this one's ripe yet. This is long yellow. No, it's not there yet. Long yellow raw usually ripens here. I don't see anything ready on the long D out, which we've already picked some off of. There's fruit on the RDB, or there's the RDB. This is Pingo de Mayo here. It hasn't started. That's Osborne Prolific. I don't see anything in here yet. We'll go on down here to, I bet Teramo has something on it. Right. That's about what the ones we're getting off of right now. Alright, so this is Teramo. It doesn't have anything ripe on it. It's got one starting to get ready. So I guess today all we're going to do is, here's the last hardy Chicago we picked. Woo! I think that one's a little spoiled. It don't smell good. Alright. So, got a couple other things. Let's go look at some berries. Alright, so as you'll notice, we're looking at blackberries, and let me show you something. This is a thorny variety. Its name is Prime Arc 45. Look how big them berries are. Let me mind you, this is September the 15th. They're sweet every time. They are thorny, and they're really nice and firm. Nice sized blackberries. If you don't mind the thorns, this would be a really good commercial variety. Now I got another one down here. I'm looking for something in particular here. Okay, so we're going down here. Like I said, that is Prime Arc 45. This one down here is Prime Arc Traveler. Now, I want to show you something, if I can find it. This one is cane borer resistant. There's one right there where it had a cane borer, but it didn't kill it. Looks like the berries have all dried up, but it's still got some decent berries on it. It doesn't have as good of a berry as the other one does, but it is a thornless variety. And this last one down here, let's see, no, this is not a fall berry. I just wanted to look at these. But if you were looking for a really good commercial variety, if you can pick two crops off a year, they're big, nice, they'll hold up for shipping or farmers markets. I can tell you, right now be the time of the year to be selling blackberries at the farmers market, because there's nobody got fresh blackberries at the farmers market. Nobody. So give it a thought. If you're ever interested in growing some blackberries to sell at the farmers market, this should be one of them. Alright, so we're out in the raspberry patch, and if you're looking for a fall raspberry, these are nice and large. Oops. And they're also nice and ripe. And I can tell you, here in southern Illinois, if you got fresh berries right now, you're going to clean up at the farmer's market, because nobody has fresh raspberries at the farmer's market this time of year. And if you're going to be successful at a farmer's market, you need to be able to produce stuff when other people are not. You either need to be first or last. This has got loads of berries on it today. This raspberry name is Heritage. It does very well here in Zone 7A, Southern Illinois. Those are nice size, and I think and I don't water any of these berries at all. So these berries ain't had no water. Up until we got that 2.5 inches, they hadn't had no drink of water for a month. So, you know, they still look great. They should be full of flavor with that lower watering. They're like everything else sometimes. That's a really good raspberry. So if you're looking for a niche to market garden, here's a blackberry and a raspberry both. Prime Arc Traveler, and for a blackberry, and Heritage for a raspberry. This raspberry will also give you a spring crop as well. It double crops. I'm real big on berries that double crop when it comes to this. So there's you some thoughts of what you might be able to get for an orchard to do market gardening. Here's another fall raspberry you might try. This is Double Gold. That one's not quite ready, but it's just now ripening. It has nice big berries on it, as you can see. But I'm going to tell you, you need to plant it on a hillside in very well draining soil, because double gold is very susceptible to root rot. It just don't like wet feet at all. Double gold raspberry. Alright, here's my prickly pear. I know it's not a berry, but what can you say about it? I don't know what variety it is, but it had one splitting. Man, I don't really know if this is an edible variety. It's full of seeds. If anybody knows anything about prickly pear, chime in there and leave a comment below and tell me anything you know. Somebody just gave me some pads, and these things actually are all over the Shawnee Forest here at different home sites. You can find them. I've got a couple different varieties I'm going to try from that. Also, this is not what we're really out here to look at. I wanted to show you these gooseberry plants. When gooseberries get done fruiting, their leaves get kind of ugly and they get all diseased, and they shed their leaves real early. So if you've planted gooseberries and you didn't know that it's normal for them to look like this in the fall, as well as currants. Currants are the same way. Black currants, red currants. Here's a red lake currant right here. It's done lost all of its leaves, and you can see there's the ronya berry's about lost all of its leaves, and the sea berry has started losing its leaves. So this black currant here, it's had its leaves lost for so long, it started putting on some green growth again. I may have to do some pruning on this and root some of these with that green growth on it. That might be the time to try something. We'll see. So, and we like to leave these things grow around. They're always full of butterflies and pollinators, and everything looks a little wild around here sometimes until now. Looks like we just got a bunch of weeds growing sometimes, but we got all kinds of flowers and stuff growing around here that most of the year it looks like weeds, but they do end up flowering. Well, that's the kind of walk around in our outside orchards for our blackberries and our raspberries, and what gooseberries look like at the end, and kind of what our outside figs are doing. Hope you enjoyed the tour. If you got any questions or any input, leave it in the comments below. Have a good day.